Let me show you how easy it is to create a live session in Focus when running a setup with multiple clients. So in my specific case, I have 3 separate devices running. I have my Windows PC on the big screen, I have my iPad, and I have my MacBook Pro as well. The Windows PC is the machine that is running Focus Server, which is the application that takes care of all the video recording for you and also hosts the session, allowing for multiple clients to connect to it and effectively collaborate in live scenarios. So to start a live session, all I have to do is to click this Start Live Session button. From there, I specify the event name and the session name, as well as the session type, and select what video feeds I want to bring into my session. In my case, I only have one because there's only one RTSP feed running on my home network at the moment. Now, as soon as I press OK, my live session will start and I'm going to be taken to the main session UI on this specific device. However, before I do so, I want you to pay attention to what is going to happen on my remote client as well, because as soon as I press OK, the remote client is going to recognize that there's a new live session running and is going to open it for me automatically without me having to do anything. So again, as soon as I press OK, the session starts and both of the remote clients recognize, hey, there's a new live session running on this server. I am going to open it in 3, 2, 1. And as soon as that happens, Focus automatically opens that session for me on those devices without me having to do anything at all. The beauty of Focus in live scenarios comes from the fact that all of the clients connected to the session view and interact with the same shared timeline. This means that as soon as I create a tag on one of my clients, for example, I tag goal on my Windows PC here, this goal tag is going to appear for all of the other users immediately, which means that from there they can go in and simply review this tag or add some extra contextual information to it in the form of labels or free text notes. Despite the timelines have been shared, Focus offers a great degree of flexibility when it comes to customizing the viewing experience to suit the needs of individual users. This includes things like using different tagging templates on all the different devices, jumping between the minimal UI mode and the desktop mode, and also utilizing the powerful timeline filters that we have to make sure that each user only looks at the data that is most relevant to them. Each of the Focus clients has the capability of recording the video locally. This means that at any point you can disconnect any of the devices from the network. For example, if you want to take the iPad to the changing room for halftime feedback, and you will maintain access to all the video footage that was recorded prior to that moment. Obviously, if you want to, you still have access to all of your timeline tags and you can just replay them from the list view or from the timeline view. As soon as you are ready, you can just simply reconnect the device to your network, like so, and after a few seconds, Focus will pick up the signal and continue recording and displaying the video to you going forward. One of the greatest benefits that the Focus users get during live sessions is having access to the full power of the presentation suite. So I can grab any of the tags from my timeline and send it directly to my presentation. And from there, I can have access to all of the tools that normally would be available to me for pre and post-match analysis. For example, I can add player icons to my freeze frame. I can apply auto masking, add things like stopwatches, maybe some arrows as well, Obviously, I can customize everything. Bottom line is you have access to all of the presentation tools that you would outside of the live session. However, what makes focus presentations so unique in the live context is the fact that they can actually be shared between different users in two different ways. One is sharing it over the focus server by clicking this button here, and that essentially allows for live real-time collaboration between different users that happens over a closed network. So anybody who is connected to my focus server will now be able to see this specific presentation, will see all the changes to this presentation live, and they will be able to view all the clips and also contribute to the presentation on their own as well. In one of the recent releases, we've added one more option of sharing presentations during live sessions. And this is sharing presentations over the Hub, which is our cloud sharing and streaming platform. So now any presentation that I upload can be pushed directly to the Hub, which is going to make it appear for everybody else that I decide to share it with. This workflow is extremely powerful because your presentation is actually going to update automatically every time you add a new tag to it. So if I create a new goal and add it to the presentation, you'll see that it got added here, but also it got pushed right away to that Hub shared presentation. This opens completely new avenues when it comes to live collaboration on a match day.